Good evening and welcome to my first collective reading on my new YouTube channel. I'm Salini and I'm back on YouTube with spiritual readings, spiritual information, wisdom teachings, astrological insights, and my famous Astro Tarot readings, which I've been doing for years, combination of astrology, tarot, and my psychic intuition. So if you haven't seen me, or a lot of people have seen me, I disappeared because I got blocked. And I won't go into all the details. I think we all know what that's about because I am a healer. I'm not going to talk about a lot of things like that just because it tends to get me in trouble. So for now, we're going to be focusing on spirituality, healing, and these readings. And let's get going. So tonight, this is the first reading for everyone. This is a collective reading. So that means whoever resonates with this reading, it's for you. It doesn't matter what sign you are. The next few readings will be about your sign, but this one's going to be for anyone who relates. And let me just say that, we're moving into a dramatically transitional period where you're going to see chosen ones rising up, star seeds, exiles, scapegoats, the people, the black sheep. The people who've been pushed to the outside for decades are going to become the world leaders. And I'm noticing that I'm getting a lot of readings for those people and that, this is our time. And this is a time for those awakened ones to be in positions of power to help heal the planet, to end the enslavement and the global power structure. So let's get started. We've got ourselves a little reading here. And then I'm going to continue on doing the 12 zodiac signs into the next readings, that is. So here we go. And if you would please subscribe, this is my new channel. And, they took me down, like I said, and I've had to start over. And I can't go live until I have 1,000 subscribers. So the more, the merrier. And I'm just going to keep posting these videos until you guys get me up to 1,000. Okay? Alrighty. And hopefully I can do some lives then. So what I got here was a huge transformation taking place on the planet. And the first card up was, this card is somebody who's like doing a little too much partying, maybe having a good time, but going overboard. You know, you know, sex, drugs, and rock and roll, like life is a party kind of thing. And ignoring their spiritual awakening, ignoring whatever it is that they came here to do. And they're ignoring the calling that God has on their life. And so they just want to have a good time, and that never ends well. And the card on top of that is their true purpose is reversed. And this is a collective reading. So this is a lot of people on the planet right now. This person is supposed to advocate for somebody or some people somehow. And this group of people, and again, this is a collective. So whoever I'm reading for, whoever resonates with this, you're missing your calling. You're supposed to be like this. This is a person who speaks on behalf of many people and to help people who are underdogs and so on. But instead, you're too busy partying and, whooping it up. And so you're missing your calling because God has asked you to do something else. So unfortunately, that means bad karma. So crossing it is peace. Now, usually I read this upright, but this one came out what looked to me as reversed. So this is the end of your peace, whoever is resonating with this reading. If you've been, carrying on for quite a while and just being irresponsible, that has come to an end and your peace has come to an end and there's conflict. This is like the opposite of peace. When it comes out this way, it's a truce, no more war. When it comes out this way, you're about to enter into conflict of some kind. That's what's going to happen for people who choose to ignore their calling. Um, it's not going to be a pretty picture. Let's put it that way. So at the bottom, though, you have the Nine of Cups, which is the wish card, and that's the foundation is that you were calling in a wish. but it doesn't look like it's going to happen unless you change. I mean, perhaps if you change, it will come to you, whoever this is that is resonating with this. Um, this wish card represents that that's what you were supposed to have is a happy ending and a happy wish. But, you did just a little too much whoop ass here. And there comes a limit to that kind of lifestyle where there's just nonstop action and partying and whatever. It's very temporary. And I've known a lot of people who got caught up in it, and it's always ruins their life, always, 100% of the time. So, I mean, we all go through a little bit of that when we're real young and we're around 20, and it's like, yeah, let's have a good time. But by the time you're 30, it should long be over, even 25. And people who continue doing that usually get sick and lose their opportunities because you just have a short period of time where you're young and strong, where you can establish yourself. If you waste that energy on partying and, illicit activities and stuff, you're going to lose your money, your health, your options, your prosperity, all kinds of stuff goes down the drain because then you're going to be older and you're not going to feel well. So, because you've been doing that, your body's going to be worn down, is what I'm saying. Not just because you're older, but if you've been partying like that, then this is going to affect you quite dramatically. So, the basis was asking for a wish, and let's see if it comes true. So, the recent past was that you were powerful. Who's ever resonating with this? You were in your power, air, earth, fire, water, all four balanced. You were kicking ass, on the planet and taking names. Um, but something happened and it reversed. So now here is reverse of, so this is the four of stones, your power, and this is the three of stones, which means stands for your good, abundant work prospects, nothing coming, it's reversed. So all of your opportunities are going to be blocked. And that's because of your actions, not because of anybody else. It's because just whatever it is that you're doing, whoever resonates with this. So that brings us to the outcome cards. So this is you in the reading. And so there's going to be a death to your old lifestyle, whatever it was. You're not going to be able to do it anymore. So that means either you've run out of time, you've run out of money, your health is bad, perhaps you lost your job. I don't know what it is that you did, but it's not going to work. This is the Grim Reaper. And this doesn't necessarily have to be a physical death, but it could be. Depends. How bad were you? You know? I mean, you're doing drugs. Are you out selling drugs? I mean, I don't know what the heck you're doing, but when you're doing a lot of dark stuff comes to you and dark endings come to you. Um, are you involved in dark activities right now? If you are, your life's over because we have just weeks before the grand purification takes place around the 7th of September. When that happens, if you haven't, made your amends and made your peace with God, surrendered, gotten on your knees and saying, okay, I've had enough. I need to change my ways, then you're going to be hit with the kind of karma that's irreversible. And that kind of karma is lifelong and it's many lifetimes long. And because a lot of you have done some really um, unforgivable sins or whatever behaviors. And I'm not saying I don't forgive. I'm just saying that for some of you, you got involved too deeply in things you shouldn't have. And that's going to bring you to a personal death, either of an ego death or a physical death or a spiritual death or a lifestyle death. So it can be one of those, like could be the end of your ability to party, like maybe you get injured or maybe you get sick, or maybe you lost your job and you don't have any more money and you couldn't get another job. And so you can't do any of the things you used to do. Maybe your car was repossessed, maybe you're getting a divorce. I don't know what it is, but whatever it is that's happened because of your actions. Nobody did it to you. Well, somebody might have assisted, but you made a decision to go ahead and do these things. So this is going to cause a lifestyle death for you of some kind. May not necessarily be a physical death, but it could be the end of your job or the end of something, maybe a divorce or something. So more likely it's the death of your old self. It's like, how much longer do you really need to do whatever you were doing? I mean, seriously, there's no future in dark behavior, period, at all, ever. It always ends badly, and the light always wins. And people think they're having a good time until karma comes for them, and karma always comes. Ugh. So when the karma comes, you will experience whatever type of death it is that's in your path, whether it be physical, um, lifestyle, personal, divorce, job, whatever. So when that happens, there's going to be a new start in a way. I mean, this is disappointment. This is a card of disappointment, mixed emotions, but it's actually not a very bad card. It shows that um, some new things might start for you after you have the physical death. I don't mean the physical death, just the spiritual death here. Um, Once you really accept that you've been defeated and that you need to stop, good things can come in because you made space for it. But you have to make your peace with God and you have to say, okay, all right, I effed up and all right, what do I need to do differently? And then when you surrender, God brings new things in. And that's what this card represents. Reversed. The ace of, Four of Cups reversed is let me just check out, see what else it is on here. Yeah, this is a really good card. Um, yeah, this is the card of after the death, whatever it is. It's not a literal death, but it's a lifestyle death. New things open up. New things open up for you that could very well be wonderful. And then what happens is justice. And if there's anything that you did that requires you do making amends and bringing justice to people, you need to do it. Otherwise, justice will come to you, courts will come to you, cops will come to you, authority figures will come to you. Because once you've ended one lifestyle, whatever it is you were doing that was wrong is going to be judged by God. And that's when these figures come in and maybe you get arrested or something. I don't know. But justice will come for you and it'll be fair justice. And that'll be the ending of whatever it is that you were doing. And then, so it's interesting, your ultimate goal here, when you made your wish, is the Empress. So it's like you're wishing for your Empress, for your queen, whoever you are. And this is interchangeable with the sex. So if you're a man, you're wishing for your female queen. If you're a woman, you're wishing for your king. And this is or maybe if you're a woman, you're wishing for your own divine feminine to burst out. This is the ultimate card of the divine feminine, and she is the most powerful female in the deck. When you reach this status, anything is possible. So if you're trying to get there for yourself, good luck, and I'm wishing you well. If you're a man looking for your queen, she's waiting for you. And she's out there, but you have to show up as a king, as an emperor. You can't show up as a jerk, as a thief and a liar. You have to show up as a good man. And to be at her level, you have to be, if she's an empress, you need to be an emperor. If she's a queen, you need to be a king. And otherwise, she's going to push you back because she's not going to waste any time with boys, with people who are immature and who will hurt her. So she's had that lesson and she knows better. So she's reached empresshood, which means that she's going to be abundant. She's going to bless you abundantly with everything, and you're just going to be a happy camper 24/7. So there's that. And so the other card, if it doesn't work out, like if you don't get your wish, all doors are going to be closed. So this is the card of the female leader who closes the door. I mean, her opportunities have been taken. So if it's upright, these are all potential opportunities, but When it's like this, it's like you've messed up and you are not going to get those opportunities. Now, you've already been told that you will get opportunities, but that's what this card is. But you are only going to get those opportunities if you allow yourself to go through an ego death. That's what this is really an ego death, a lifestyle death, a psychological death, so that you can become a whole awakened being. And if you don't do it, this is what you get is a bunch of closed doors. And you're going to stay stuck and you're going to be in this miserable position until you have a new choice. You make a new choice. Um, but if you do your spiritual work, then you go through your judgment, you get judged fairly, and then comes your empress for you, and she will make you very happy. So I'm going to qualify a couple of these cards. We also had on the bottom the Hanged Man reversed, which means you're not waiting anymore. And the Hanged Man is about being stuck and kind of waiting around for something to happen. But when it's reversed, it's like you're going to take a step forward, and you need to, whatever it is you're going to do, you need to. You need to make a wise choice, not a foolish choice, but a wise choice. So I'm going to put a couple of these up here and let's see what they qualify as. Um, So what's your judgment going to be? Why are the opportunities reversed? What is the death card? What kind of a death is it going to be? And what is the lack of peace going to be? I think those four are good enough. Maybe the Empress too. We'll put the Empress there. So let's see what happens. So I'm going to shuffle again, and we'll do a couple of rounds of this, and then I'll wrap it up. How y'all doing, by the way? Okay, let's have some qualification of these cards, please. Clarification, please, of these five cards here for the collective. This is for the collective. For anybody that resonates with this reading. Okay, so the blocked outcome here card is being blocked by negative male energy. Whether you're a man or a woman and this block is you, it doesn't matter which sex you are. The male patriarchal energy is blocking you. The stern father energy, the whoever it is that's blocking you is some kind of a male authority figure. But if you decide to do your work and move forward, you're going to get the judgment, which is going to be a fair judgment, and let's see what happens. Then you have to work on your balance between the male and the female, but that's not a bad thing. That's a good thing. And then as for the death card, what is the clarification for the death card? Okay, then you're going to start over, and you're going to fight for your territory in a new way and in a balanced way. This is the Two of Wands. So this means you're going to have a partnership with somebody, and maybe a love partner, and that you don't want to be alone anymore, and you've had your death and rebirth, and this is the beginning of a new life, kind of a new homestead. Um, and as for the no peace card, ooh, here comes the powerful divine mother. The feeling I'm getting is that this is the dark mother that is coming to hurt you because you didn't do what she said. So she's the slave driver, the tyrant, and she's not going to be nice to you. But over here is the good mother, the empress. Wow. This is exactly, couldn't have said it better. Two of Cups, marriage. So what you really want, whoever it is that I did this for, if you resonate, is divine union with your empress. And that's what you were supposed to have. Somebody came between you and your empress. That's what this is right here. And this person has stolen your peace and your happiness. Maybe it's more than one person. And they're not allowing you to have this new start. And there's also a male figure involved. So this could be a married couple preventing somebody from having their happiness, but your wish fulfillment would be a divine union with your empress, which is the way it's supposed to be. That's what was supposed to happen. So I'm going to do one more row and then, wow, interesting. So as the father blocks you, the father energy, the dark father, it creates failure in your life. And if you allow him to tell you what to do, that's what's going to happen. No future for you. As long as you're connected to either the evil mother and the evil father, there's no future. And they represent either society or in your life, in your personal life. This is a collective reading, so you take what resonates. But if you do the work and you start working on your male and female together and healing yourself, you're going to get the world. You're going to get wholeness, the universe. You're going to be completely whole again. And that's where you're headed if you allow it. And so then after your spiritual death, where you try to make a new start, if you're successful at making your new start, you're going to have this perfect life. And this is the Four of Wands. This is a happy home and a perfection and an internal comfort and joy. Um, and then here, again, we have it again, where there's no peace, and it's the evil female has come in and blocked your peace. And what you get is no victory with that. There's no future for you with these. You've got this both ways. You've got an evil father figure who's blocking your happiness, or an evil male societal figure that's blocking your happiness, and an evil female that's doing the same. And ultimately, if you make the right decision, you're going to come out of failure and possibly have union with your divine, whoever this divine feminine is. This is an empress. She is the ultimate divine feminine, unconditional love, peace, happiness, prosperity, abundance, joy, happy home life, total love and nurturing that she would give you. And it's somebody you want to marry, and you're not going to be a failure anymore if you go there, but you will be a failure. You will lose everything if you have any more interaction with these figures and whoever they represent to you. So the bottom card is courage. You really have to have some courage. This is no time to be scared. This is no time to be wimpy. This is no time to back away, run away, hide. Whatever it is that worked before isn't going to work anymore. Your past lifestyle is over. You've had a spiritual death. You've had an ego death. And when you had this ego death, your previous lifestyle, whatever it was, partying or not working or just hiding out, I don't know what it was, but that's over because you're being forced into a spiritual awakening. That's what's happening. You're being forced into your spiritual awakening. So you just need to, stop being scared and go forward with your courage. I mean, you got to have to do it anyway. I can tell you right now, God is going to up the ante and is going to up your karma if you refuse to heal and refuse to grow and evolve. That's the way it works. Always, 100% of the time. You avoid it, the next lesson is harder. You avoid that lesson, the next one is harder. And then it gets harder and harder and harder until you're stripped of everything and you have to wake up. And so I urge you to wake up. So let's see if there's anything else here. Yeah, see, when I said you have to wake up, just do it. This is the card I got. Success. Everything's going to be successful when you let yourself wake up. There's nothing to be afraid of. I don't know why people fear it so much. I mean, yeah, there's work to do, but what's the alternative? You live a miserable, crappy life with people that hate you and you don't get to do anything you love and they torment you. Is that what you want? Okay. Yeah, no, go for it. Go for the happy life, okay? All right, so that's your reading. And this is my first collective reading. I'm going to start doing regular readings. I hope you like it. And I love you lots. And namaste. And please like and subscribe. And hopefully I can just keep coming back, okay? As long as I get enough subscribers. Thank you so much. Love you. Love you all.